What is good, fam? Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Harun Mkanep. So I'm a trader documenting my journey to become a successful trader, guys. So the reason behind me taking a break from the industry, guys, early 20. The reason behind me taking a break from trading, social media, So, guys, I started taking a break, guys. I started taking the breaks a bit by bit. I So, guys, I've been trading from 2018. I've been a trader from 2018. So, I started trading demo in 2019. Um, demo the whole 2020. And then I started with a live account in the almost towards the end, or let's say in the middle of 2021. I started trading a live account. And in 2020, so when I started trading a live account, guys, for the whole of 2021, I did not see any profits. So I was still losing in 2021 up until 2022 March, where I started to saw like a bit of profits, guys. So I've been grinding, guys. I've been grinding. So imagine when you are losing at something, you still have to show up like consistently. You have to show up consistently, because if you become inconsistent, it will just take you more and more backwards, rather than you being showing up every single day and doing what you can do, in order to improve your skill, improve your craft. So in 2021, when I started trading a live account, I used to give it to traders to trade it for me. I used to give it to traders claiming they would turn $30 into $300, $40 into 400, and most of them were also learning back then with our capital. And I used to give them, because imagine, guys, if someone says, okay, I can turn your $30 into 300 US dollars, let's say. But he does it with a 10 US dollars account, and he flips a 10 US dollars account to 50, and from 50 to 500, then withdraws the profit. Then you would be like, yo, this guy is making profits, but at the end of the day, maybe that guy did set aside $100, and he decided to say, okay, I'm gonna take this $100 and I'm gonna use it all for marketing. So I'm gonna take this 100 US dollars, I'm not gonna fund 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 until, because I cannot be unlucky with the whole $100. So you would fund blow, and maybe on the third attempt he might make something, he might make a profit. So that's how the industry runs. If you study the game very well, you'll know what I'm talking about. So in 2021, that was the whole year. I used to blow fun up until to a point whereby I had to sit down with myself and, hey, Aaron, you are losing a lot of money at this thing. It's either you have to do it yourself or just leave everything. What if that person dies, just like any normal person, or that person becomes very sick and unable to trade, or they come mentally ill, or whatever, anything can happen to that person, and you are used to being trade for by that person. So I had to take a decision, and that was on my last trading account. I had to take a decision, and I had to tell the guy, stop trading my account, because I gave him a 12 US dollars and he blowed it down to $1.50, at around there. And I had to go into the trading MetaTrader 5. I had to go in there and I had to go check which instrument can I trade to just grow this $1.50 to any amount, as long as I can make profits. Now the aim there was, guys, I used to always say, I used to always tell my partner, and I used to always tell myself this, as long as I can make 1 cent, 1 cent or 1 cent profit, I'm good, and I know I can say, okay, let me take a break from trading. So I went into MetaTrader 5 and I saw boom 500, boom 1000, So back then there was no boom 300, boom, or crash 300. It was only crash 1000, crash 500, crash boom 500, boom 1000. Back in 2021. So I decided, okay, let me try out this thing. Let me just try out this thing and see how it goes. So to my surprise, guys, I open a trade. The trade just goes in a bit of loss, which is spreads. So the trade goes in a bit of losses and keeps on going down, which was to be like, yo, okay, now it's starting to make sense. And the Bible always says, when the time is right, I the Lord shall make it happen. So I had always been patient with that side of trading. So now I'm starting to trade my own capital. Now I'm no more giving guys to trade my own money, to trade my money. I'm trading it myself, and like in now 2021. So usually I don't trade Decembers, but that December I remember it very well. I did trade it through out the whole December up until January, and that's when now Derive and FMB started to have an issue. But I did not know Penguin was still working. So now Derive and FMB are having an issue. I don't know what the issue was, but they were having an issue. So we could not process our deposits or withdrawals. We could not do anything. So I had to be like, okay, I'm not able to fund any account, so let me just buy a system. Now you guys might know the amazing boom and crash system, which is also available on Trading Hub, most of the trading groups. So I had to get that system. So guys, but remember guys, when you invest your money in something, when you have paid for a course, when you have paid for a system, it has to go through, it has to click in your mind that what I got here is not for free, and I have to make sure it has to work out. So I was day in and day out just on the system, guys, just on the system, flipping 10 US dollars to 100, flipping 10 US dollars to 200. So I also got a chance to blow down my large trading demo accounts, down to like, let's say 10 or 50 or 30 US dollars that I can fund. So I cannot be trading a $10,000 demo account while I'm just funding like 50, 20, like under 100, more so under 50. So I never used to fund more than 50 at once, at once. I never used to fund like more than 50. So I had to blow down every time. I had to blow it down to like 30, 50. Sometimes it would blow completely down. I had to blow it down, and I used to do challenges, to grow the account again up. So 2022, I started to see a bit of profits, make lose. They make lose phase. You make profits, you lose it again. You make profits, that phase. You make profits and you don't want to withdraw. Now you are imagining yourself making them 10k a day, 100k a day. Your psychology plays a big role in your trading. So I had to be like, okay, I asked that Aiden Nasandre, long-term friend, industry friend. So I asked that Aiden Nasandre, Aiden, I'm having a problem. So I asked that Aiden says, what's the problem? I told him, okay, Aiden, I'm having a problem with I'm making profits, but I'm not able to withdraw profits when I have profits in my trading account, and after I have blown the account, I want to withdraw profits. And I was like, man, do you know why you're trading? Then I'm like, yes, I know why I'm trading. I want to make money. Then it was like, okay, what's the use of making money but not being able to withdraw your money? So I had to click back into my mind. Okay, what's the use of making money and not being able to withdraw the money? So I decided to withdraw small. It's a journey, guys. It's a journey, and I had to withdraw like 10, at times 12, 15, 20. Now I started to eat a bit of my profits, but I was not consistent, you know. I used to eat some profits, but I was not consistent. That year passed, you know, whereby I even got to a point whereby I had to owe the bank money, you know. So that's a topic for another day, you know. That's a long story, you know. But I'm gonna do it in a separate video. So I got to a point I had to. Now at home, guys, I was told, you know, in 2021 at around August, because 2 months into trading, yeah, June and July, 2 months into it, I was told in August, you know, okay, we can see this thing is not working out, just stop it and start saving your money. I was like, okay, I don't want to argue. Okay, I'm starting to save money, but that was not the plan, guys. Underground, I was finishing, you know, because when I went to the bank, I said, okay, it's fine, I'm gonna save, you know. But when I went to the bank, I said, lady, okay, can I start saving, you know? And I told her I want to save in a 32-day account. Then she was like, no, 32-day account, you're only gonna make 50 cents. I'm paying dollars, guys, 50 cents. It's the same with the rent, you know, 50 cents. Imagine the 50 cents, guys. How much is the 50 cents? You put in the 500 and you make a 50 cents after 32 days. Does it make sense? You know, even the bank charges you more when you just deposit the money in your bank account, you know. Then I was like, 50 cents. Then I was like, okay, thank you very much. Went out, went into the ATM, deposited, came back home, funded, blew the account in like 15 minutes. Then I was like, yo, now it's gonna be hectic because the first 500 it's gone, you know. So I kept on going. 2023, you know, 2022, yeah, at around May, I funded like 10 US dollars into my brother's trading account, which was the account was basically USD based, you know. So Derive always asks us when we open an account, do you want to fund in Canadian dollar, do you want to fund in Australian, or do you want to fund in pound or dollar, you know. So I thought, okay, if I take a pound account, my trading accounts base currency, you know, would also be pound. But even if you take a pound, it's at the end of the day, your base currency, your trading accounts base currency will just be US dollars. Even if you take Australian, it will just be US dollars, you know. So I funded in my brother's, because I only had like 10 US dollars. I funded in his account, and he was like, okay, you can just use the account, you know. So I was using the account, I was trading, guys, and I traded and I flipped the account. Not flipped, but I did made some $4 profits. I immediately requested a withdrawal to my trading account. I funded, and I was growing the account, guys, growing the account, and Derive did block me, guys. So basically, Derive blocks you when you use the same card on two separate trading accounts, you know, whereby you fund on someone else's account with your card and again with your card on your account. So I was blocked. I was like, okay, at the end of the day, I will just lose this whole capital, you know. It's the end of me. I was trading recklessly, guys. I did not fear anything, you know. So when you lose your fear in trading, that's when you start to see the results, guys. When you just let go of the fear, that's when you start to see a lot of progress in your journey. So I traded like capital, guys. Like in 2 weeks time, I had like 550. And while trading the capital, I was still talking with Drive team, you know. I was negotiating with them, you know, why I had to use the same card on two separate accounts. And when Drive opened my trading account, guys, when they unlocked my CR, that night, you know, I remember, guys, I woke up at 4 in the morning and I decided to open sales on Boom 500. Sales. Then the market started moving against me. I blowed like 400 and I was left like 400 and something. I blowed like 400 and something, 430, I think. not 430, yeah, at around there, upload, and I was left with like 120. Then I did not appreciate the 120. Now greed and revenge trading. The greed and revenge trading were the cost of me losing that capital. So psychology, guys. Now I almost lost my mind, guys, because it was my first biggest profits. Making my first biggest profits, and I had to lose it that way. But you just have to focus. You just have to tell yourself, you can. If I can do it once, then I can do it again. That's just how it is. At the end of the day, if you can do it once, then you can do it again. So I was like, okay, great, it is what it is. I had to just dust myself off. I had to stand up and dust myself off. And had to focus on what was right. So I had to focus on rebuild myself and kept on going. So I started to lose, make, and 2023, now 2022, at around August again, after a full year from when I was told by my mom, no, stop trading. Then she found out and she told me, okay, I still hear you are trading. Then she was like, okay, go get your bank statement. Tomorrow you are off. Go get your bank statement. And I was like, okay. I had to come back to the room and I had to be like, yeah, it's now or never. I have to tell them I don't have anything in my trading account, in my bank account. I don't have anything in my trading account. So I had to tell her, okay. Then she said, okay, let me give you a chance. Are you still making money or are you losing it? And I was like, I'm making money. I was given a 300, took that 300 to 2k, and from 2k I had to withdraw like a k just to give it, just to show it's working out right now, it's making sense now. And you guys know, the back in the day when Derive and FMP used to be a thing, guys. You place a withdrawal right now, 10-15 minutes, bang, your withdrawal is in, guys. So I started to be like free again, because trading is giving you a tough time here, yet you have to be in the morning. For example, you're in the morning, you're trading and you lose a trade, then you have to be quiet, guys. So it was hectic, guys. It was hectic, and there was a lot on my mind, for 2022, so, but I got to, as I said, around August, I got to lift off a lot of weight from my shoulders, whereby I was like now free to say, okay, Forex, the market, but it showed me as a man, no, when you are in those type of situations, it just teaches us a lot. You don't complain. When you keep something to yourself, you don't complain at all. You just focus, and even if it does not make sense right there, at the moment, you just have to be like, okay, you just have to carry on going. You just have to carry on going. So I was like, okay, fine, it is what it is. If I lose a trade, if I blow, I'm quiet, I'm just going forward. I'm just funding. So 2023 came. I did not trade a December again in 2022. 2023, I funded, blowed until March, where I just funded the Fed US loss, and I was like, okay, let me see where I can take this Fed US loss. And again, to my surprise, I made like 550, withdraw that 550, which was at around 8k. And I was like, oh, okay, now this thing is starting to make sense. Now it's starting to make sense. So I was like, okay, let's see. I started trading. I wanted to make the same amount, like back, or the same amount again and again in a short period of time, which just keeps you in a cycle whereby you're just chasing your tail, because you did not make that 8k or 5k in a day or in a month. It took you some time to get there. Now you are just like, oh wait, when you withdraw it, it all comes in at the same time. Then your mind is like, okay, make that money again. Then you are rushing the process again. So I was in that cycle of chasing my tail, chasing my tail, chasing my tail, and up until I went to Silver's cinema in August. Yeah, 26 August. Yeah, I remember it like yesterday. I went to Silver Nasdaq's cinema, whereby he said, if you fund the 500, make sure you withdraw a 5k, and if you fund a k, make sure you withdraw a 10k. In simple terms, he put it down for us. So I was like, okay. I started to do the same concept, and it started to show me a bit of profits. Now 2023 is done. 2024 starts now, guys. I never took a day off. I never took a day off. Day in and day out, I was just working on Forex. 2024 came. December I did not trade as usual in 2023. Now 2024 came January. Guys, I'm like, when I'm trading, guys, I'm not thinking straight, guys. My mindset is like, you are still on a break, you're still on a break, you're still on a break. Then I'm like, oh, okay, let me just take a break. But at the same time, I don't want to take a break. Then I was feeling like I was losing out on a lot if I take a break. February, I found that like, I don't know if the 30th of January, I found it like a I found it, and I separated the money. I usually don't trade with, like, if I find a 60 US loss, I don't trade the whole 60 US loss in one account. I find it like 30. Then I trade two capitals at the same time. Now when I'm trading, guys, I'm not just feeling myself. I'm not just feeling trading. Then I was like, okay, no, but I will still push. My mindset was not there. So I had to tell myself, okay, you have to do it regardless of you not being in a good mental mindset. You just have to keep on going. So I had to be like, okay, let me just keep on going. Up until I blew the money, then I was like, oh, okay, it's either I'm quitting trading or I'm taking a break from trading. Then I was like, okay, just take a few weeks or a month off. A month became, so in March I bought a course, started to learn that course while still being on a break, but I was not consistent with the course. So I had to take the break from trading. And April, May, June, July, and while being off from the market, for those few months, I had to be like, okay, I said I'm just on a break, but I did not quit from trading. So I was just on a break. So I had to be like, okay, you are just just understand this, you are just on a break, and you need to learn, while you are still on a break. So I went to Dr. Angela Fibonacci's cinema in Swakopmund, which was at the Dome. I went there. Knowledge is power, so I went there and did learn a few stuff, from Dr. Angela too. And in September, I made my return, and that's when I gave you guys the first day in the life. And yeah, guys, I feel like I've detached myself from money and from Forex. If the setup does not make sense, I just sit back and observe. Observation is king, guys. If I say, okay, I blow the account, then I will just be like, oh, okay, let me just backtest and see what did I do wrong or what happened. It's not like, oh, why did I lose this trade? At the end of the day, you lose some and you will win some. That's how the game works. So I had to fix my during the 6 months break. I had to fix my mindset. I had to fix my psychology. It all comes down to your psychology, because you need to be in a good mental space, whereby you have to be okay. If I lose, I lose, because trading is hectic, guys. It will be so big, it will take a huge toll on you, and more so when you are doing it alone. when you're a trader doing it alone, it will become so hectic to you, and it will be something very, very, very big on you, and you don't want trading to be that. You want trading to be something you are making money from, not something you are basically coming to lose your mind. It will make you mad, guys. Trading made a lot of people mad. Today some people are not thinking straight just because of trading, because they never wanted to take breaks, but if you treat trading as a hobby, you won't be able to take a break from trading. But if you treat trading as a business, people in businesses take leave. Take it like that, guys. People in businesses take leave. People who are working, they take leave. So do make sure to take a break from trading. It's necessary. Just take a break and reset, guys, and come back, guys. So during that time, when I was trading, guys, for the past 6 years, I never used to take a break from trading. So I used to go to school, come back, charts, go to work, come back. When I started working, go to work, come back, charts. And it became so unhealthy for me. When I took this break, guys, I started to exercise. I enjoy running right now. I enjoy running so much. I run, and the days I lift weights, I lift it. So from Monday to Thursday we run, Friday we also, but in between we also lift weights. So I feel like that's what trading should be. At the end of the day, it's not something that should be here to break you down. It's something that should be here to build us. So if you feel like trading has become something too heavy on yourself, too heavy on you, just take a break, guys. Just take a break and rebuild yourself. Focus more on yourself for a month or two. It doesn't have to be 6 months. Take a break for even a month. Just a clean month. Just take a break from it and relax. Next, focus more on you. That's when you will see changes happening, in your trading. Guys, I don't want to make this video that long, but thank you very much for watching, guys, and do make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, guys, and don't forget to go follow me on TikTok.